Alright, everybody, blessings once again, blessed love. Today I want to talk a little bit about climate change because I honestly believe it's a great deal of concern. I honestly believe that lots is happening pertaining to this topic right now around the world. We are seeing that heavy rains, storms, hurricanes, we're seeing landslides, we're seeing all different we're seeing lots of floodings as probably this year as never before. We're seeing nations from all over the world being affected, even many nations which probably never get affected in times past, they are now getting it, and lots of different strange weather activities are happening. All this is happening also around the time where they are expecting this comet to hit the earth, in which I just want to say that NASA hadn't bring it to the public's attention, but many prophets, prophetess, and probably those into astrology and all these different things, we are probably going to see that they have been inquiring about certain things, and they did their own private research, and probably some of them will get their answers from other, like if they have friends working in some of those places who are not releasing the information, probably for the sake of not causing global panic and global fear. But I want to say that many have been doing background researches, and these who did these background researches and these who are doing these background researches, those who did came up with the understanding that there is actually something which is heading to earth, in which we will understand that the government did talk about the climate change a couple years ago, when they did keep the summit, and then after the summit, that was the time when they start moving and shifting lots of military equipments from one part of the country to other parts, and some were even shifted to other nations as well too. Mind you, all of this is all going on in the same timing when North Korea and America is up in arms, and America is up in arms, especially seeing that North Korea has been testing lots of their missiles, etc. And the truth is that nobody don't know where these missiles are being directed to and what is being caused as a result of where these missiles are going and to what it is actually causing to happen in contributing and changing our weather pattern as well too. If NASA had to result in relieving information about this matter to the general public, we will see immediately a piece of revelation being fulfilled, because many hearts are going to fail for fear in the last days. And let us just say that this was really coming, and let us say that if we were the head people of NASA, and if we were being controlled and run by government shared organizations and different things or whatever, we will know that we cannot leak that information to cause a global epidemic and a global panic and a global fear. So I honestly believe their way of doing it with caution, not to cause this global epidemic, panic, or fear, is to actually tell the people that climate change is climate change. But I know this goes way deeper than just climate change. All this is going on around the timing after the eclipse. All this is also going on around the timing. If we look back roughly about 2 weeks ago, we are going to see that one of the headlines in our local newspapers was that there was actually a shortage for cash. What we are seeing in other parts of the world as well today is that there are lots of shortage for cash, lots of shortage for the US dollar, etc. We are seeing that this is all happening within the timing. And I choose to talk about all this even though I am talking about climate change, because I honestly believe that this climate change is actually more than just the physical climate change within our weather pattern, but it's actually a climate change to what is going to take place upon the earth as well. It is going to cause a great change within our world. After the cash have been, let us say that the world is reporting a cash issue, then they will see the need that they will need to introduce something else other than that in a matter of time to come. Don't be surprised if it may directly be the mark of the beast, in which I want to say this right now. Let us just say that the world is getting out of order, and job losses, all these things cause chaos, all these things. People strike, people protest, all these things. And let us just say that the world has become so much out of order that they will see that the need to get it back in order. Understand everything which is being talked about right now and what is happening, then there will have to be someone to come in to say that there needs to be a new order. And this order is going to be that the order that they were going to change and create. And if you are not going to be done with that order, you are either going to be put to death, or you are either going to be imprisoned for going against this order, because it will be an order backed by the law. This is the new world order. This is what they are not telling anybody right now. So, coming back to the physical climate change now, we are going to see, and all within the time frame of the revelation timing of these things must happen in the end times, right? So I want to say that when these nations are facing all these disasters now, and these different climate change and these different things, I want to back it up by saying now, so we can get the understanding now, that creation and everything that's happening within creation is actually Almighty God doing that work, using that in which He created, which is creation, and He uses anything with creation to get that job done. Right? So I just want to say, with that understanding that this Almighty God is actually raining a judgment upon the earth now, and Almighty God is actually warning the earth. He's actually calling mankind to get real with Him. He's trying to wake us up to let us know that we are in the last days. He wants our minds to be cleansed and to be focused on Him and not on everything else what this world has to offer. What this world has to offer, which has everyone in grip right now, is actually only temporal. We are seeing that many are not living to enjoy the things which they have been blessed with, and we are also seeing that many are not even being blessed with that in which they thought they would have been blessed with. And we are seeing as well too that nobody is not living long, or nobody is not living to enjoy all the greatness what they achieve upon the earth. This is just a show us of how short life is and how sudden life can be. That when we don't focus on the things which they make as important to focus, we are going to be in focus by knowing that all we have to be thinking about is Almighty God, and by doing His works while we are living upon the earth. We are also seeing within these timing that many are hating those who are doing good, and many are hating those who are children of God. But this is what Almighty God also said will happen within the last days as well too. This is also a change in climate as well too, because it is a change within society, it is a change within the nation, and a change within humanity, that even people are changing now within these last days. So I just want to say, apart from climate change, we are seeing that the wars, rumors of wars, we are having physical climate change in our atmosphere. We are seeing that we are having spiritual change, spiritual climate change within spiritual activities upon the earth, and we are seeing that things are even changing within people and upon the earth as it pertains to everything that is happening right now within the last days. It is a big global change. I want to say that whatever NASA and all these people detect on their radars, if they make it known to the public, it is going to cause a global fear. I just want to end by saying this, because that time is to soon come. So I want to tell everybody in advance now, have no fear. Fear not. As long as your trust is in the Lord, there is nothing for you to fear. Everlasting life is promised to those who remain faithful unto the Lord even until death. But to the wicked, to the whoremongers, and to the murderers and idolaters, the Lord said that they shall be cast in a lake of fire forever. I just want to say blessings, blessed love. When everything is changing all around, let us remain focused on the Lord. So once again, thank you for taking the time, and blessed love.